I'm reverting.
Well, I blame yesterday's snafu.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my favorite edition of the Disney Morning Show, the Friday edition. There's no show tomorrow.
The fry what?
Friday. The Friday edition of the Disney Morning Show. I'm so sorry. The weekend is almost upon us. Hello, Fred Ramirez. Gio. That we are, if anyone is party people, we are the party people. Hello, JPP. And anyone else? Thank you, Nikki B. Hello, how you doing? The creator of the Friday. I don't know if she's the actual creator, but anyway, this is the show where we catch up on everything going on in the world of Disney. My name is Doobie Mosley. I am the co-founder here at Laughing Place. Over there is Kyle Burbank, our executive, editorial, managing, vice president, director, and sneezer. And we're going to start the way we start every single show. And that is with the look at the Disney share price, which yesterday came in after some serious volatility at a relatively okay 84.28. Today we're at 83.89. A little surprising that we're down 1.5% on the day. Tariffs giveth, tariffs taketh away. So who knows? We're going to be. I won't be here.
Taketh away.
I won't be here for the next 6 potential show days. So curious to see what it'll be like when I return. What's next? Ethan.
Hello there and welcome to another edition of the LP Disney Weather Report. Hemes are nothing more than wishes, and a wish is just a dream you wish to come true. Woo, 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 woo. If only I could have a puppy. I'd call myself so very lucky, just to have some company, to share a cup of tea with me. I'd take my puppy everywhere. La la, la la, I wouldn't care. And we would stay away from crowds, and signs that said no dogs allowed. Oh, I know he'd never bite me. Well, lo-do-do-do, po-do. Let's get to the weather. Anaheim will repeat yesterday today with a high of 81 and partly cloudy skies. But, as always, bring a hoodie as it will drop into the 60s after dark. Walt Disney World will finally be warmer than Disneyland today, reaching 83 degrees and remaining sunny in the afternoon. That said, a few showers are possible in the late evening. Castaway Cay will be 75 and sunny today. Lookout Cay at Lighthouse Point has a few clouds and will hit 78 today. Disneyland Paris, where Luke is currently, is clear and will be in the upper 60s for the next couple of hours before cooling to the 50s. Tokyo will get to a 65-degree high tomorrow with sunny skies in the morning and early evening but a few clouds in between. Shanghai will start the day tomorrow with rain, which will be followed by windy conditions. Nevertheless, they'll make it to a high of 68. Lastly, Hong Kong will hit 77 tomorrow but thunderstorms and rain are expected in the afternoon and into the evening. And that will do it for another Disney weather update. Have a great day and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.
All right, let's get started. I'm a little peeved at myself. I really meant to focus on Ethan's Tokyo report, but I missed it. Do you have to remember what Tokyo is?
I think today they had a few showers in the late evening, but it's in the 60s.
Okay. All right. Hello, welcome. Nope. So let's start with our first story here.
I thought you were sighing because you're so frustrated about this story. Because on the sheet it says Doobie has opinions.
Yeah, no, that is the reason for the sigh.
Okay.
Thank you, Fred Ramirez. Okay. So yesterday, just as we were finishing up our show, we got the news that the Grand... It's hopeless, Nikki B. I did get sleep last night, I'm happy to say. All right, the Grand Floridian has announced some renovations for its lobby, so let's get into it, as they say. Okay, that didn't work. Let's see. If we're going to do it that way, then I need to do it that way.
I mean, we could also just do the normal thing.
Yeah, I think we better do the normal thing.
Okay, well, let me go back to this, and then... What, this?
Yeah, that's it. And there we go. All right. The Grand Floridian has announced some changes to its lobby. Let's get into it, as the kids say. The lobby bar, which you can see here, is being added. It will take inspiration from the birdcage already in the lobby, paying tribute to the resort's Victorian roots with intricate woodwork, stained glass, brass accents. Colorful birds will be a part of the imagery in the stained glass and murals throughout the atrium. You may wonder why they have a birdcage in the Grand Floridian. It's because prior to 2001, they had birds in that bird cage in the Grand Floridian. They never returned after 9/11, as far as I can recall, but the bird cage did remain. So in addition, the surrounding lobby, staircase, and front desk will be refreshed with a mix of botanical accents and inviting colors to create an airy, garden-like atmosphere. The lobby will also feature new carpeting with Victoria-inspired borders and scrollwork featuring hand-drawn florals inspired by turn-of-the-century botanical studies. Updated furnishings will blend rich finishes and brass accents with cozy, welcoming fabrics, plus a few playful touches inspired by Florida's natural beauty and Victorian decorating trends. As an aside, there will be no gingerbread house, which is a big deal for people. No gingerbread house in the Grand Floridian this year. I do not believe we have confirmed if that's like a construction thing or if it's gone for good. But
I think it's a construction thing.
I would assume so too. I just wasn't sure if we'd absolutely confirm that. But based on where this bar is, it looks like the area where the gingerbread house is still completely available. It does not encroach. The bar does not encroach on that area. So let us assume that is the case. All right, so I've got opinions on this. My opinion is this is a terrible idea. Terrible idea. Well, you tell me if I'm wrong, Kyle. First of all, am I right? I cannot think of another hotel at Disneyland, Disney World that has a prominent bar, and this is prominent to say the least, right in the middle of the lobby. Am I
wrong? I don't go to enough of the
okay.
But yeah, I don't know if I've seen something quite like this.
So, I mean, this is the life. If you've never been to the Grand Floridian, you walk in the Grand Floridian, this is what you see. In fact, we have other pictures here. Maybe we can give you a better idea. See, this is the same view right now. So this is you get off the monorail. The main entrance, if you're walking in, is just directly below here, and this is what you see. And where that bird cage is over there, essentially in the middle of the lobby, is where that bar will be. Birdcage bar.
Lucky bird inside a gilded cage.
And there is no other bar like this I can even come close. This really feels more like a cruise ship. Cruise ships tend to have a bar lobby, but even they're off to the side more than this is. So I'm really interested into why they decided to do such a thing, and terrified that this is a trend they're heading towards, and we're going to start to see lobby bars in other resorts. But they're starting with the flagship, the Grand Floridian, and I truly don't understand. I don't like this idea at all. Curious if anybody else has a different opinion about this lobby bar. And there's a bar you can see right up top here. That's a bar right there. How many bars do you need? Rebecca noticed something really interesting about this concept art, though. Somehow Jeremiah got into it. We believe that this drawing back there, the guy taking the picture, is Jeremiah Good.
Yeah, could be wearing Roosevelt's. Probably have to declare that.
Exactly what you said. It looks like a Roosevelt. He's taken a picture of something completely inconsequential. It must be Jeremiah Good.
And actually, if you look real close, it says "Ahoy" above his head.
All right, so looks like a pool bar. It does look like a pool bar. Wow. So, I mean, this just baffles me. If anyone else has a different opinion, thinks, Doobie, you're making way too much of this, or what about blah? They have one just like this. Let me know. I can think of nothing else like it, and I cannot think of any reason why this is a good idea. Moving on.
Well, now we're going to head back to Tokyo before Doobie actually goes to Tokyo. Duffy and Friends celebrating 20 years at Tokyo DisneySea, so they have some special celebrations. Obviously, tons of merch over you. This is the Duffy and Friends Colorful Happiness Journey, where they go on one of the boats that goes around the park. All the waterways are connected. So
I know you speak a little Japanese. Does this translate less corny in its native language?
Probably not.
Okay.
You'll have fun seeing I have a photo of a shirt that said like Mickey is my super idol or something like that. Just something that's like, that's not a thing you'd say in English. But anyway, obviously lots of decor over at Miguel's El Dorado Cantina in Lost River Delta. There's a special menu and decorations inside of there that we'll get to in a moment. But yeah, so many cute things. I love these like chalk styled drawings. Like that, which is our thumbnail for today. Yeah, now this is in the cantina.
Food.
Yeah, food and chair backings. Big restaurant.
Oh, that's cute. Man,
yeah.
When Japan does a takeover, I want to see there's like a Duffy gang now. They should fight the Donald gang from yesterday. So that goes up.
But also happening in Tokyo DisneySea. Sorry. So the Duffy celebration, it's a long one. It's not one of these seasonal things. It's a full year celebration. It'll go through March 19th, 2026. But a more limited festival is the Tokyo DisneySea Food and Wine Festival. This is over in American Waterfront because, of course, us Americans like our food and wine. So that's where they put this. You'll see here there's some special items available at various kiosks. One of them that Tetsuya had a chance to try was the gnocchi gratin with chorizo, mushrooms, and pistachio. There it is, with the cute little Mickey cutouts of things on top. And then also there's a chef band, which that guy is just getting down on the sax. I really hope he's playing Careless Whisper. I kind of doubt it because I don't think there's an accordion in that song, but you never know.
There's this version.
And this will go through June 30th. So Doobie, hopefully you'll get to see that sax player in person and you let me know what he's doing.
My idol. This is my idol right here. That is awesome. All right, moving right along. The Magic Mirror. All right, over back at Walt Disney World, the Magic Mirror is front and center in this new poster. We could have done breaking news for this.
Oh, we still can.
This just in. We've got a new poster for Disney Villains Unfairly Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After. Rolled off the tongue.
It sounds like the real title based on Donald's Quacky Duck City.
Okay, so this art depicts the magic mirror from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs surrounded by shattered glass. And within the glass panes, you can see there are villains like the Evil Queen, Cruella.
There's a wide version. You can click
Captain
over.
Hook. Is there? All right, let me.
Yeah, this is the crop version for the featured image, but the full poster is right
to be showing. Thank you very much. Within that shattered glass, you can see villains like the Evil Queen, Hades, Cruella, Captain Hook, Maleficent. And this new show debuts Memorial Day weekend. I think when this show was announced, we thought this was just going to be a little something to tide you over. But I think they have high hopes for this show. They're putting a lot into it. So
I'm pretty sure you said, was it you or Benji that said it would be closed by the end of the year?
That would have been Benji. I don't say negative things.
Okay.
And then,
those were bold predictions.
Oh, that may have been me. And then also at Walt Disney World, the cast of Walt Disney World have gathered, alumni and supporters of the University of Florida Gators gathered to celebrate the Florida Gators who won the NCAA men's basketball championship and congratulate them. They were dressed in the bright orange and blue of the school colors and commemorated the historic victory with cherished Disney characters. I don't know why it's historic. They've won before, they'll win again. But anyway, it's historic. And you can see there, I noticed that the Disney World ambassador Shannon is here, which makes me wonder, did she go to Florida or is she just there as an ambassador? I need to know.
Probably there as ambassador, but we can Google. We can look that up.
Jeremiah and Shannon like this. Jeremiah over here.
Oh, I thought this story, it's a small story, but I thought it was interesting because now on Hulu, comes out today. It wasn't on my Disney Plus when I looked, but maybe it's coming later. Morgan J live in the village. This is going to be on Hulu today, and you might be like, oh, so what? They've been adding all these Hulu specials, but this isn't one of those. This is something they acquired. It's actually been on Morgan J's YouTube for 2 years, back in 2023, and now Hulu has purchased it and added it to their library. So I thought that was notable, that even though you can, I don't know if you can still watch it for free on YouTube, but it originally debuted on YouTube, and now it'll be on Hulu.
And speaking of Hulu, this isn't on the schedule, but I need to interject it here because I saw this morning in my scrolling, and it's very exciting. There is a movie on Hulu that I highly recommend. I've talked about it.
Jurassic Park?
Several times, yes, but not that. Magpie, which I've talked about, starring Daisy Ridley, has dropped on Hulu. So I paid to watch it. I now own it. I loved it so much. If you're a Hulu subscriber, and if you're watching this, you surely are, go watch Magpie. You will love it. Please tell me what you thought of it. And that includes you, Kyle.
Okay.
All right, on Disney Plus, it's a thriller, but it's not too much for you. I'm pretty confident. I wouldn't steer you wrong. And speaking of streaming services, I have changed my settings, and so let's go. We are looking at the Disney Plus top 10 today. Mufasa the Lion King, number 1. A Goofy movie celebrating 30 years. I'd like to see that at number 2. Shark's Tale, who knows why, at number 3. Extremely Goofy movie, the sequel. Moana 2 sing-along. Jurassic Park, aforementioned. Andor, season 1 recap, as we prepare for season 2. Highly anticipated. Alexander and the really long title. Avengers Endgame and Avengers Infinity War. So Marvel not dominating like they historically have. Just 2 Marvel titles and 9 and 10. How about that? And I'm tempted to... Monday, I won't be here, shoot. But I'm really curious. Maybe, Kyle, if you're setting. I'm just curious if Magpie made the list. I can't imagine. But if it did. Maybe.
I'll take a look for you personally. But I don't think we're going to have shows next week. But
all right. I was watching Henderson I Know What last night, and I noticed that Show Juby Likes on Hulu would be airing on ABC. I don't know if it happened already. Is that Paradise, I'm guessing?
Yeah, probably.
I'm tempted to watch it because Paradise, it has a lot of profanity, so I'm just curious exactly how they edit it. Is it just darn? I'm just curious how they edit it, or if there's actual any content editing. But probably not curious enough to actually watch.
Sounds good.
And I've had my share of bad reviews. I still remember my first good one, though. Everything else in this production of Our Town was simply terrible. Joey Tribbiani was abysmal.
And speaking of Joey Tribbiani, Mike Celestino has a comic book review for us. This is the Star Wars Jedi Knights number 2. It's by Mike Celestino, our Star Wars guru. Subhead, another deadly new threat is also introduced. People use subheads for different reasons. His conclusion. Besides being bothered by the single-page flash forward, I ended up enjoying this issue quite a bit, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Guggenheim develops the character of Atha Prime, a deep-cut slice of Star Wars history who gets another chance to flourish in this comic. Can't wait. So if you're as geeky as Mike, this is apparently for you.
And then this morning, I got to review a new Disney Plus documentary called Pets. It's National Pet Day, so of course they released a documentary about pets. This is directed by Bryce Dallas Howard.
Yay.
And, when the film starts, there's a lot of just interviews with kids talking to camera. There's like this fun background, and it's showing clips that you'd probably encounter on like Instagram Reels, cute clips. And you're like, okay, so is this entire thing just going to be TikToks and kids telling funny stories about their dogs? But it's not. It's more than that. There's some longer segments, some really interesting stuff goes all around the world. There's a guy who takes his dog with him on this kayak and goes across the ocean on that. You go to Japan. There's a guy who helps train dogs and then hooks up elderly dogs with elderly people. Great match. And some other really cute stuff. So perfect family viewing. It'll make you laugh. It'll probably make you cry. And if you don't have a pet, your kids will ask you for one after watching this. So that's my only warning. But yeah, not the most like original groundbreaking documentary of all time, but definitely an adorable watch.
I'm going to suggest we make this our top story at some point this weekend, just so we can have this be the front page image. This is
I'll change it to the featured image then. I added it after the fact.
Yeah, this is the featured right now, which is very cute, but come on. I'm going to do a quick review here. It's not on the schedule. Black Mirror Season 2 came out on Netflix yesterday.
And you were going to save it for the plane.
I couldn't. I wanted to save it for the plane. I just couldn't do it. It's Black Mirror. So I saw the first 2 episodes yesterday. I'm watching them in order because it's an anthology. You can watch them wherever you want. But I'm watching them in order. And the first one was awesome. The second one was really good. I'm so excited this season. The Black Mirror so far is really good. Because I saw someone rank all 6 episodes, and neither of these is at the top. And I loved them both. So and I don't want to spoil anything, but the concept that your spouse is ad-supported is hilarious and just knocked me over. It was so cool. Okay.
And the rest.
All right, fun fact. I've never heard of Kingdom of Heaven, and I don't know how that is, because apparently it was a big movie. But Kingdom of Heaven is celebrating its 20th anniversary. Ridley Scott's Kingdom of Heaven, a director cut, is coming on Blu-ray and streaming services. So this historical masterpiece, director cut, will have deeper character development and a more immersive experience in Dolby Vision and Atmos sound. And I was curious how this huge movie came out, and I'm not even familiar with it. So I went to Rotten Tomatoes, where it has 39%.
Quite the endorsement. Well, a show that's better received than that movie apparently is Welcome to Wrexham on FX, which is about Rob McElhenney, is that his name? And and Ryan Reynolds buying a soccer team and turning them into a good team, apparently. Fourth season is going to debut on May 15th on FX, and then it'll arrive on Hulu. There'll be 2 episodes to kick off. There's going to be 8 episodes this season. And of course, you can catch up watching the first 3 seasons over on the Hulu. This could have been in fun stuff as well, but we're going to take a look at some merchandise that we spotted over at Disney's Wilderness Lodge. Doobie, is that a 3/4 sleeve shirt?
I believe so.
When I was a kid, I was all about 3/4 sleeve shirts.
Why?
So I don't know. I just enjoyed them. Yeah, there's a jacket, a Loungefly exclusive bag, as well as some ears, and a couple other interesting ones I wanted to point out. There's an acorn-shaped cookie bowl that I'm sure we'll get to when we get there. And then there's a whole line of stuff there we go. And then totem pole merchandise with Humphrey, Donald. Oh. It looks kind of like a haunted mansion, quicksand almost.
If Jeremiah wasn't so mean, I would ask him to pick me up a pair of these.
Yeah, so there's a socks, but then there's also a bunch of other. There's actual statue, picture frame, things like that. So yeah, fun collection over there at Disney's Fort Wilderness.
Wilderness Lodge, right?
Sure. Yes. Okay. Yes.
Similar, but not the same. I'm like, Jeremiah really went all the way to the Fort Wilderness store? I was going to be so impressed, but no, Wilderness Lodge. No. Is that it here? Yeah.
What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I lost track and I was thinking, and now I'm in the wrong section. No, I'm not. Okay. Extinct attractions. Let us get this going here. Kohl's bi-weekly. No, semi-weekly. Semi-weekly.
Every other week except that we actually doubled up this time because he's going to be in Tokyo next week.
I prefer the term semi-weekly because a lot of people think every other week is bi-weekly, which drives me crazy, and I like to show off that I know the proper term. So Kohl's semi-weekly. Extinct Attractions continues its Tokyo look with the Adventureland review. This was a show that came to Tokyo Disneyland's Adventureland in 1984, shortly after the park opened. You can see it's different. So this video is not Kohl's. This is from Theme Barker.
Pretty sure Cole was not born in 1984.
He makes a joke about that in the article.
Pretty sure I was not born in 1984.
You can go check it out. Check out this video. Check out the article, which embeds this video and another, and lots of backstory on this attraction. And as Cole points out, this week he has another Tokyo Disney Resort attraction because by the time you're reading this, he'll likely be there himself. So yay, Cole's in Japan.
The fun stuff.
Well, the Disney Channel has given us another fun theme song takeover, and this one is looking ahead to the next season of Phineas and Ferb. This finds Candace changing the lyrics to the iconic theme song to be about all the ways that she is going to finally bust Phineas and Ferb, all the new tricks she's going to employ to do that. And it's fun. The new season of Phineas and Ferb kicks off on Thursday, June 5th.
All right, I'm ready. Wait, what do we do first? We
don't have a pocket pick or anything, right?
Right.
All I do is win, no matter what. I'm a loser.
I wasn't sure if we did this before or after this day in history.
We do it before.
Okay. So this is where we do the winners and losers of the week. Now I know I can see Fanboy's down there. He's not exactly camera ready, but if he wants to contribute his winners and losers of the week, he may join us at any time. All right, Kyle, why don't you go first this time? Who is your one you want?
My winners this week are, well, these aren't them, but Max and Goofy. Nope, because I got to take off yours and put on mine. Because Goofy Movie celebrated its 30th anniversary. It's got its own documentary now on Disney Plus, and this is another case of where movie that didn't do very well, wasn't very well received when it started, but then now it's become this huge thing with tons of merchandise and is represented in the Disney parks recently. And Disney even made this video to celebrate the 30th anniversary. And then my bonus winner is Jason Marsden, because this is the second time that this has happened to him, where he's the voice of Binks the cat in Hocus Pocus, another movie that didn't do well and then has this huge cult following. It's the biggest thing in the world, and he's got it with a Goofy movie as well. So pretty crazy.
If you're making a movie, hire him as a hedge for future success. All right, my honorable mention winner of the week are those pretzel bites in Germany, because they were so good looking, and more than anything else we've covered this week, that's what I want to experience. But my actual winner of the week is Universal Studios. Not only did they open more or less Epic Universe with finally allowing people to go in, take pictures, videos, review it, large success. Not everybody loves it, including the person down below here, but most people have very nice things to say about it.
Oh wait, hold on. I think Benji's coming on.
He didn't hate it, but as much as he liked it, and he did like it, most people were even more effusive than him. And then, just to mic drop on the heels of that, they say, you know what, we're building a park in England. So that was quite an impressive week for Universal Studios. What is your?
I think my opinion of Epic Universe is being distorted. I did enjoy it.
I said it was positive. It just wasn't effusive as most people. Is that fair?
Your written review is a little different than your Parks Talk appearance.
I think
the scratchy bed got you.
It's small. It's got some problems, but all parks do, and so therefore, I mean, it's not as impressive as IOA was when it opened.
Yeah, that's fair. You like it. You think it's impressive. You think it's not as impressive as, I would say, at least half the reviewers I have seen do, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, I'm putting it out there that Universal seems to be opening a very successful park. All right. Do you have a winner of the week, Benji, that you'd like to contribute?
I agree with you that Universal is the winner of the week. I mean, and now just sort of mic dropping another park that they strategically leaked, I think, what's in it, and is not just sort of Epic Universe Light as its own thing. I think is impressive considering Disney did absolutely nothing this week.
All right, Kyle, while Benji thinks about his loser of the week, you can give us yours, and then I'll give mine.
Oh, you usually get back to back.
I'll go first. Then. My loser of the week, nothing really stood out, but this is clearly a loser. I'm going to go with Lorcana for having to pull 2 cards because, well, I don't know exactly why because I don't play the game, but just the fact that they said, we created these 2 cards and you can't use them in competition anymore because it just kills the game. I think it's hilarious. So I'm going with Lorcana.
Well, my loser of the week, even though he won't know it because he's passed away, is Don Shula. Because we got that Shula's is closing at the Dolphin after however many years. But there is a silver lining because as I found out in doing this, when we were writing about it the other day, there are other locations, including one in my hometown of Chandler, Arizona. Who knew? You can also check it out in Chicago, Richmond, Gainesville, Naples, but not Orlando. I'm sure that'll be going away shortly. But yeah, R.I.P. Shula's.
They're taking Shula's away. That is as iconic as It's a Small World at Disneyland or the Railroad at the Magic Kingdom. Shula's belongs on Disney property. Benji, do you have a loser?
Grand Floridian. Not so much that, I don't want them to redo the lobby, but I can finally give up on that dream that the birds will return. They're taking away the bird cage, adding what I presume is a very necessary 17th bar to that resort.
So I'm glad you picked this because I don't think you saw the beginning of the show where I ranted on this addition. Yeah. You, as someone who has been to many resorts, is there another resort that has a bar smack dab in the middle of the lobby?
I can't say for sure that there isn't. I just can't think of one.
Yeah, I can't think of one.
Maybe
either.
Shades of Green just has a giant lobby bar that we don't know about.
Certainly not at Disney World. There isn't one. The closest Rebecca said maybe the Outer Rim, but that's not actually the lobby. That's not the first thing you see when you walk in, and even that is a bit off to the side and tucked away.
At
The
Universal, I
closest
know
thing it
there
kind of
is.
reminded me of is like the new Disney Cruise Line ships. where they have the bar.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I gave. It's like Bon Voyage or something, and so it's
Right.
like, and so I'm really scared since this is that new and it's a cruise line thing that this is just one of what they're now doing to the resort lobbies.
Well, and I just don't. There's nothing sadder than a lobby bar that's always empty. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know that it was really necessary. I mean, you have the Enchanted Rose upstairs,
Right upstairs, you can see it in this picture.
right? And you know, I also am kind of sad that there's no like gingerbread. I mean, I get like construction, and you know, gingerbread shouldn't halt progress, but for what?
That's our next T-shirt. It's our next T-shirt. Gingerbread shouldn't halt progress.
And I mean, and I don't know, like, did it bother you anyone else that like there's MCO carpet on the back of the chairs?
Is there?
Like, not the chair that's like by the palm tree. Or
Oh, you're right. Oh my goodness, that is accurate. That's funny.
And then, do you notice Jeremiah?
We talked about Jeremiah being in the picture, yeah. All right, so those are our great losers, great set of losers this week. Poor Don Shula, Lorcana, and most importantly, my beloved Grand Floridian. Thank you for joining us. Chances of there being a show next week are a little tough. I'm out of town, and I think
We're not done, Doobie.
We're not
Are
done.
you not
because-
doing to say Disney history?
All right, I'm gonna now request that we put winners and losers at the very last thing of the show because clearly my mind.
It was your idea to put it between pocket picks.
Okay, then I have an even easier time saying I was wrong. Let's move it to the end. All right, this is the time when I will test Kyle on what happened on this day in Disney history, which is not a lot. So I've actually included Saturday, on this edition. Even though for some reason I got logged out of Google and I'm going to open my document. Okay, here we go. On this day in 2003, two attractions opened at Disneyland Resort. One of them in the back of the park, and one of them in the back of Disneyland, and one of them in Hollywood at DCA. Can you name those two attractions?
Sorry, so what year was this?
2003.
2003. So back of DCA, would that? Nope, that would have been earlier.
This will show. I may have made a mistake here.
Okay.
This day in Disney history, April 11th, 2003. The DCA one I'm comfortable with.
Okay. Back in Hollywood.
No
So would that
mistake.
have been
I'm right on both. Okay. Hollywood would be
Monsters?
no.
What else is in Hollywood?
It replaced
Oh, so Turtle Talk?
a restaurant.
A restaurant. Oh. Playhouse?
Yes, Playhouse Disney Live on Stage. And then the Disneyland attraction, back of the park.
So
I'm not sure it's officially opened yet. Benji, can you confirm, is this attraction officially open yet? Oh, you left.
he's not there yet.
Is it officially open?
Are you talking about the one with where they served us pork at the opening dinner?
Yes, that
Yeah.
one.
That is. I don't believe that is officially open.
20 years later. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, okay.
Where they serve sausage.
See, I don't think of that as the back of the. You're probably right. I'm thinking like Small World Toontown as being the back of the park.
Gotcha. Fair enough. All right, that is all I got for this day in Disney history, but I do have a few for tomorrow in Disney history.
Okay.
Let us start with 1992. That's all I need to say.
1992, April 12th. Big day.
Yeah, what is it?
I don't know.
Kyle?
I don't
you
know.
this. You know this.
On April 12th? Oh,
Why
Paris.
is Luke not here?
Yeah.
Yes, Disneyland Paris opened. My video's not queued right. That's good enough. On this day in 1996, a movie opened that has one of my top 10 favorite Disney songs. So therefore, you know how bad the song is. It is not live. I guess it's animated, but I'm not even sure. It's somewhere. It's not food. It's not garbage. It's in between.
Good,
Right.
great for Doobie with the Plaza Inn restaurant reference.
1996 movie that's not animated but not live action.
I'm sure it's one of those two, but
It's both.
okay, it's both. How about that?
BB's Kids. No.
Let's see.
Doobie, how are ya? Isn't it a lovely day?
That's a good way to put it. That's my favorite. That's the song of which I speak.
Okay. I don't know.
James and the Giant Peach.
Okay.
James.
So it's stop motion animation.
And finally, on this day, if today were tomorrow, very good job, Fred Ramirez. Didn't even study. All right. On this day, if today were tomorrow, in 1999, an attraction opened at Walt Disney World, not in one of the 6 theme parks.
Okay, 1999. So is it a water park attraction?
No, that would be one of the 6 theme parks.
Oh yeah, you did say 6. Haha. Okay. So
I will
Is
give you a
it-
hint. I never have and never will go on it.
is it Aerophile?
Yes.
Characters
there's
in
a
Flight?
call up there.
Well, hold on. Hold
What?
on.
Okay. What?
You said 1996?
No, I said 9.
9. 1996 was
Aerophile opened at Disney, downtown Disney, whatever, at 1999.
I could be wrong.
I
Let's see.
Don't
if I'm
think
wrong.
so.
No, that can't be right. You're right. Characters in Flight. Sorry, typo Doobie, 2009.
okay. There you go.
Which makes a lot more sense. Obviously, it's not pre 9/11.
Why wouldn't you ever go? Oh, because is there a
Because
way?
it's up in the air with nothing under you. I don't even go up in the air when something's under me. That's terrifying.
You do. You love to fly.
That's true. This is different. This is not the safest.
I want to make a movie now where the tagline is "You will believe Doobie can fly."
I do like to fly. Airplanes they've stood the test of time. I feel like any brisk wind and this thing's going to end up in
They
like
close it in brisk winds.
winter.
You also love the Skyliner.
Are you saying Doobie's not consistent? All right. Are we done now? Did I?
We are now officially done. There's probably not going to be. I'll try to do at least one show next week, but I don't know when Tony gets back. Luke is in Paris. Everyone's everywhere. It's busy. I'm sorry, but I love you all.
Okay, look at the LP pin chart to see where we all are. Thanks for joining us. I will be back. I suspect a week from Wednesday, to be honest, but we'll see. Bye all.
Bye.